Good evening, everyone. I'd like to reconvene the Thursday, September 28th, 2023 meeting of the Lake Forest Board of Education. If you would all join me with a pledge of allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, thank you to everyone who has joined this evening, our large group in-house. Certainly welcome, glad you're here, as well as those that have joined online. Just a reminder that we are streaming tonight's meeting across the internet, and that recording and our minutes will be posted once they are approved. We'll start tonight with roll call of board members. Dr. Wyatt.
Present.
Mrs. McCluskey.
Here.
Mrs. Starkey.
Here.
Vice President Rao. Here. And President Earl Dempsey serving as chair as president as well. All board members are present this evening. Thank you all for being here. We'll move on to 2.4 approval of agenda, Mr. Rao.
I make a motion we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Have motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
2.5 approval minutes. I make a motion we approve the meeting minutes from September 14th as written.
Second.
Have motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Okay. I think we're up to the point that most of you have joined for. Section 2.6, recognitions and presentations, fun part of the evening. Dr. Lucas.
Thank you, President Dempsey. I'm going to bring in Mr. Butler, and we're going to recognize some of our FFA students from the middle school.
Yeah.
That'd
be perfect.
Any list?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, first I want to thank everyone for the support over the summer, the hectic schedule, always adapting and overcoming. I couldn't do it without the support of the parents. But we're all here for the students, so we'll get right to it. Our first individual is Carly Busker for the horticulture display team, placing second. And for the dairy evaluation team, placing second. Emma Carey for the horticulture display, placing second. Luke Dill for the horticulture display, placing second. And Luke Dill for the livestock team, placing fourth place. Madeline Gallo for dairy evaluation team, placing second. And Madeline Gallo placing fourth place on the landscaping CDE team. Thank you. Clay Heron for placing fourth on the landscaping team. And Clay Heron placing fourth place on the livestock team. Very good. Will Gerald for placing first place individual for tractor driving. Victory Moritz placing second place team, dairy evaluation team. Glenn Mucha placing second place on the agronomy team and second place for the horticulture display. Kenzie Smolecki placing fourth place on the landscaping team. Madison Sparks placing second place on the agronomy team and the horticulture display team. Anna Spence placing fourth place on the landscaping team. Harley Stewart placing fourth place on the livestock evaluation team. Maggie Weaver placing second place on the agronomy team and second place on the horticulture display team. And that is everyone from WT Chipman. One more round of applause. How we want to use it?
Well, why don't you get in the middle?
All right.
Next to the middle, follow one, you get down in the middle, and then those who are not as tall. You go to the- Chip what? Chip what? There we go. There we go. Mrs. Simpson will get the picture.
And if any parents would like, feel free to
Yes.
step up as well.
Come over and take a picture. Come on over. His logo.
As a board, if I speak for the board, we like recognizing all of our student achievements, all of our groups. The FFA is always one of my favorites to come in, especially at the middle school level, just based on the strength of handshakes alone. Right? So we are all doing something right with these folks. So congratulations.
And there's one more thing I wanted to add. Today, our officer team went and competed at Colt Leadership for open and closing ceremonies, and they got first place. And 5 years in a row, Maggie and Carly both got student FFA member of the month, or September and August. And then also our chapter got first place chapter for August.
The great work, students. Thank you, Mr. Butler, and administrative from Jim.
Right up that door, guy. Thank you. Good job, Tiffany. Parents, if you want to sneak out, you can do that. Thank you. Then if you want to fill in the chairs, come on in and fill in the chairs if you want. Yeah, you want to, you're good. Got plenty of seats now. All right, I'm going to introduce Mr. Curry from the high school group. We got Mr. Scott and Saxon as well. Okay, that's the way to do it.
President.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylin Piven, and I'm serving as the chapter president. And I'm so excited that we get to announce our Lake Forest participants and our winners from the Delaware State Fair. And I want to say thank you to the board for all of your continued support. We could not do what we do without you guys, and you are a huge blessing to our chapter. And thank you to all the support from the parents and the people of the community. We really appreciate you. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to the advisors, and you're going to see the wonderful members that we have at Lake Forest.
We're gonna debate on the best way to do this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring forth my Ag Issues team first. So in the FFA, we have CD, and that's usually what we bring across from you guys is our kids that compete as teams together. So this team competed at the Delaware State Fair, and this was actually the first time that we did this. This was something that actually Ava Gallo and Gigi Rosano kind of dreamt up one day and brought to me. I was like, well, we've never done it before, but that doesn't mean we can't try. And it was a cool one because it's actually just me and my brother. He's the ag teacher in Milford, and it was our only two teams. So it's kind of like dueling family. And they came home with the win for the Delaware State Fair. But it's not just that. They also just won the region this past weekend up in Massachusetts. So they are ranked as the Eastern Region champions, and they will move into Indianapolis at the end of October. So we're extremely excited to see how they compete out there. This team is an excellent group of just very type A individuals. And they are not stopping. If anything, they are continuing to push me forward. And I told them about 2 weeks ago, we can stop whenever you say so, and they haven't said stop yet. So I'm really extremely proud of these girls. I'm excited to see where we'll go next with them, and just a big congratulations to all the hard work they put in.
That's true. You guys can just go up against that wall.
I usually just all about solar panels. Having 40% solar, like 35, and so they've been talking to
Wait till they're all done.
We've actually got a Chaperman out of Maryland that's actually sponsoring them. Has been a real big partner of them. So yeah, it's been quite the event. Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have the poultry evaluation team. Only two of the members could attend tonight. This is a second-year team. We're second place again. But we went to the Big E, and last year at the regional contest, we were fourth, and we moved up to second this year. So I'm really excited. They're all juniors, so hopefully this summer we're gonna win it and go to nationals next year. That's the plan. So we have Charlie and
Yeah. Next up, we have our dairy cattle evaluation team. Right here, please. And then you can go down the line here in a second. Okay, so. Yeah, actually, excuse me, they did an excellent job. It's been a long day. Did an excellent job. The kids did on their dairy evaluation CDE. I'm super proud of them. We actually had some help from our community, Jane Kane and Greg Sylvester, right, ladies? Came in and Trey, came in with and helped us out and coach this team because it was really, it's difficult for us to be able to do everything that we can do. So we are very thankful for Greg and Jaden coming on. If you don't know, Jane Kane is a former graduate. She actually was a Virginia Tech champion judger in college. So she came in and really helped us out. The ladies and Trey all did a great job. And you know, we can't say much about them. They love the showing and they love judging dairy cattle. And next year, maybe we'll get them back again. We'll see how that goes. Right, Sarah? You know, it's the confidence. And so here's your dairy evaluation team. Horse girls. Horse girls.
So our last team we had compete up there was our horse evaluation team. They are all ninth graders. We had a lot of trouble getting everybody rides to practice in the summer, but they worked real hard. We had a couple practices before school ended, and then we weren't able all to get together much. So they did really well for, you know, the lack of time we were able to practice. They did place fourth. I hope you all come back next year, but I'm not so sure they're gonna be which team. So anyway, we had a lot of fun. We did go up to Maryland to a horse farm, and we went, where was the other one? Wilmington. In Wilmington. So we did go to 2 statewide practices, and I think they were very beneficial, so.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
You guys need to like.
We're working on it, we're working on it.
Please, please. That's it, right?
And if there are any parents who'd like a picture, feel free to step up to the front.
Any parents?
Are you not part of the team?
Yes, ma'am.
Right down here.
Yeah.
Guys, wait, my mom's coming.
Well, congratulations, everyone. We look forward to seeing you in the future and as well. Good luck in future competitions. Thank you. Thank you guys for all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Everything you do.
Oh, no.
There you go.
All right, well, that was great, as always. Love seeing students, love seeing the FFA especially. So that closes out the recognition and presentations for this evening. We are on to item 2.7, citizens participation. Opportunity for members of the public to address the board at each of our meetings. We did ask that if you were interested in speaking with the board this evening, that you signed up at the beginning and presented the sign-up sheet to superintendent's office. I do believe we have one individual. Okay, so we have Miss Jessica Lynch from Felton. Who wants to address the board. We do ask Ms. Lynch, you can feel free to come forward. We do ask our speakers to limit their comments to 3 minutes. And superintendent's office will time you, but welcome, the floor is yours.
Okay, I just wanted to discuss the transportation being publicly published. It actually has the exact drop-off times and the addresses and yeah, pick up and drop offs. I felt like with all the resources that we have in place as far as the bus app, when you guys call, I don't see the necessary need for you to actually have that publicized. Actually, I myself and several other people had no idea that it was public knowledge. So I think for the security and safety of our children, it's not appropriate to have. My other thing is that recently this week, a child, it's so easy for these kids to hop on a bus and not take the time to look and say, hey, this is bus 35. I'm supposed to be on this one, or I'm not supposed to be on this one. And the little girl down the street actually was in the elementary school, got on my son's bus, ended up at Central. I had seen it, so I had said something to her grandfather who ran to her bus when it came in, and then he was able to let them know, but we could just go get a bus and, you know, pick up kids and everybody else who's human trafficking, which I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but, per capita, Delaware is actually number 10 in the nation for human trafficking. So if we can utilize these resources that we have in place, to help address an issue before it actually becomes a true problem, why not be proactive instead of reactive? So that's my job.
Oh, Ms. Lynch, yes, thank you for coming, thank you for taking your time, and thank you for your very pointed comments.
Thank you, those who did listen this week before the meeting as well.
Oh, great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, appreciate that feedback. Great, seeing that we have no one else signed up this evening, that will close our public comment tonight. We will open it back up near the start of our next meeting in 2 weeks. With that, we'll move on to section 3 reports. Section 3.1 student council report. We have Nyla Jones listed. Oh, sorry, you're behind the post. I didn't see you. Welcome, Nyla.
How you guys doing tonight?
Great, thank you for being here.
I got a little bit of a mouthful to read today, I'm not gonna lie, so just bear with me, okay? First, we want to start with volleyball. I wanted to take this opportunity to reach out to everyone about the volleyball team's upcoming breast cancer awareness fundraiser, for which we have once again partnered with the Side Out Foundation. The Lady Spartans will be hosting the Odyssey Charter Owls in both junior varsity and varsity, which this means is our festivities for the evening will begin earlier during the junior varsity match and will continue until the completion of the varsity match. Please come and join us for a wonderful night of volleyball and fundraising for a special cause: the awareness, research, and hopefully the end of breast cancer. During the matches, there will be plenty of items for purchase. The team will be selling bracelets, keychains, build your own bracelets and keychains, raffles for baskets of goodies, and gift cards to restaurants and other establishments. Ms. Post has graciously volunteered for her culinary classes to help for the event as well, as they will be providing concessions for the evening as well. The girls on the team are very excited to be hosting this event and are looking for a successful night for both teams and for reaching our team goal for fundraising. Please remember that if you will be attending, tickets are digital or can be purchased at the business office. Please follow this link for information on tickets purchases for the evening. As the outline of the evening itself is exciting and wonderful, we cannot forget the reason the Lady Spartans are hosting this event. Breast cancer is a disease that affects so many people. During our lifetimes, we have all worked with, met, or known an individual who has been diagnosed with the disease. The Side Out Foundation was started in 2006 and has been the forefront of the foundation during the fall sports season due to its connection with girls volleyball. The Side Out Foundation researchers work with individuals known with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer to isolate biomarkers to provide a more concentrated treatment based on the specifics of these markers. Side Out has adopted a motto of more tomorrows for those affected. Their research has allowed for thousands of those diagnosed to have extended quality time with their families. With any funds collected during the month of October, the volleyball team can send to Side Out about 100% of the donations will be used for the research of more tomorrows. The funding of a trial for an individual is $2,500. Our goal is to provide at least 2,000 of that, so we may help someone continue with their more tomorrows. If you have any questions at all about anything dealing with the event or the team partnership with Side Out, please feel free to reach out. You can find tons of information about the foundation here, Side Out. If you are interested in sending a donation to the team's donation page, you can do so by the following link. The FCCLA. The culinary will be reopening the CAF and adding breakfast items to the menu. We will also sell lunch once a week to teachers for the price of $10, and we will be forming our competition team for ProStart. Student Council. It's homecoming time again. The Student Council is currently planning the 2023 Homecoming Spirit Week and Parade. We hope that you, your staff, and your students will join us in celebrating Spartan Pride. Spirit Week began on Monday, September 25th, and continues through September 29th. The theme this year is LFHS Hawaiian Homecoming. Spirit days include Mania Monday, Tropical Tuesday, We Wear Pink on Wednesdays, Throwback Thursday, and Class Color, which is tomorrow. The homecoming parade will take place on Friday, September 29th in Felton, and we invite your school to participate. We love to have a float, your band, your cheerleaders, or even a sports team, or even a spirit truck or wagon. The parade begins at 6 p.m. with the lineup beginning at 5 p.m. The route is, lineup will be on West High Street in Walnut. The parade route will start at High in Walnut, go down Walnut to Main Street and left onto East Street, ending in the back parking lot of Lake Forest North. We will be giving out prizes to the first and second place float and spirit wagon / trucks from schools other than Lake Forest High School. The fun continues at the homecoming football game on Saturday, September 30th at 11:30 a.m. The Spartans take on the Howard High School Wildcats. We will announce the homecoming queen, king, and the court during halftime, as well as announce the winners of the parade. We encourage all students and staff to attend. We look forward to your participation in a wonderful pride-filled homecoming week. That's all I have for you today.
You look relieved.
I am, truly.
Thank you, Nyla. Any questions or discussion for Nyla from Mrs. Starkey?
When was the volleyball game?
I don't know if she put, oh, all right.
October fifth.
I don't know if she put that on there.
Said October fifth. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? So now it's good to see you again this year. Could you remind everyone what year you are in school and what your position is?
And I am the rep at large this year.
Okay, all right. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Good luck your senior year. Have fun, enjoy it.
I'm trying.
We're looking forward to seeing you back at future meetings.
Of course,
And
yeah.
Mr. Rao, did you notice Nyla's?
I did.
The keychain, he's a fan.
I like that. I like that. It's not too many of us around, so.
For sure. At least that looked at it. All right, thank you, Nyla.
Of course,
Have a
you
good
guys
night.
have a good one.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're up to section 3.2 superintendent report, Dr. Lucas.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to our recognees tonight. As we all know, the United States remains world leader in agricultural production, and students like the one here tonight are going to keep it that way. I did a little homework. Fun fact, Delaware is one of the most agriculturally productive states per population, generating more gross receipts for commodities per person than even California, Texas, or Florida. So, and there's probably a lot more states. Those were just three that I looked up. So feeding the world's a big deal, and we're doing just that right here in our community. So thank you to everyone involved in agriculture. Did want to talk about Spirit Week, but Nyla went ahead and covered that for us. 5 o'clock is the lineup for the parade, 6 o'clock is the step off, 11:30 is the football game, and I can't wait to see everybody out there. It's going to be great Friday, Saturday. Let's see. Did want to take a second to talk about academics and remind everybody that we are rapidly approaching the first marking period interims. That is actually October 6th, right around the corner. So if you have any concerns about your child's status, please reach out to his or her teacher, school counselor, school administrator, principal, assistant principal, as soon as possible. We know it's early in the year, but it's never too early to get your student on track. Just one calendar reminder tonight, because we already talked about interim schools will be closed for students on October 13th. That is for district-wide professional development. As always, though, I encourage everyone to check out the annual calendar on our website for the most up-to-date information, find out about all the fun and exciting events going on in the district. And I thank you. And the floor back to President Dempsey for any questions or discussion.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas. Questions or discussion for Dr. Lucas? Mrs. McCloskey.
And to add to Dr. Lucas's fact, Delaware's big industry of chickens, which I know a little about, is that there are more chickens than people in Delaware at a ratio of 200 to 1. So
Chickens. 200 million chickens.
I mean, I only raise about 145,000 at a time, no big deal. But just to add to the little.
Well, I like chickens, so thank you.
Thank you for the fact-filled report, Dr. Lucas. Mrs. McCloskey, anything else for Dr. Lucas? All right, thank you, sir. We are on to 3.3 LFDA report. Ms. Anita Bulachek. Welcome, Ms. Bulachek.
So we are can't believe we are basically halfway through the marking period, as Dr. Lucas said already. Our teachers are pushing hard, working hard, working and reaching out to parents and stuff like that. we are planning, and we cannot say that we had so much fun with the pie in the face last year. And giving some heart failure to people as we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do to raise money for scholarship. So we're trying to figure out how we're gonna top last year. Not sure how I can do that yet. We are looking forward to our forward, and we're moving forward with a lot of plans. We are going to the calendar in March, so we will have the calendar raffle like we did 2 years ago. It'll be $5 for one ticket, or $5 or $20 or 5 for 20, something like that. That will be coming out, so we're looking for donations and stuff like that. We're also trying to improve the scholarship to be able to give more money out to kids. So we are actually having a social in November. And in that social, we're gonna do it like a 50-50 drawing, and we're gonna do baskets there, trying to raise a little bit more money so we can give a little bit more money out to the kids. Because it's all about the kids, so we're trying to make sure we bridge planning. We're looking forward to May 4th for I Love Lake Forest Day, so we're putting some things in place as well. So planning, looking, having that vision, linking the community and everything, so we're looking forward to everything that's coming down the pipe.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bulichek. Any questions, discussion for Ms. Bulichek? So thank you as always for being here.
Absolutely.
Ms. Hitchens, thank you for being here as well. Everything that you guys do, and of course, all of our staff as well. Thank you. We're on to section 5 discussion items. Item 5.1, capital projects report. Mr. Carl Starr. Welcome, Mr. Starr.
Good evening. I'd like to give a brief summary on just some of the bigger construction projects we have had throughout the district over the past 12 months. And we'll begin with the Delaware Early Childhood Center. The Delaware Early Childhood Center received new roofing over the multipurpose room this past summer. Also worked for the new HVAC system in the multipurpose room, and 6 classrooms began in August. Contractor was waiting on equipment, but was able to get roof curbs and ductwork installed in the meantime. I think some of it's still is in progress at the moment. Equipment is supposed to be delivered around Thanksgiving, so we're hoping to get some progress during Thanksgiving on Christmas break. At East Elementary, we kept the slate roof on the main quarter of the building, but replaced the roofing, fascia, and guttering on the east and west corridors. The winter replacement that began 2 years ago on the west wing is now complete. And we did some interior renovations to add additional space for staff and students this past year. At North Elementary, we began a total roof replacement, including new fascia and guttering in 2022. This is now complete. The hot water boilers were replaced over winter break last year. And also this summer, we repainted the first and second floor hallways of the main building. At South Elementary, we had the roof encapsulated over the main hallway and part of the administration area. This is the only section of roof that's relatively flat, and it's been a problem since the building was actually constructed in 2008. So we think we got that one taken care of now. We also had a new LED sign that was put in the spring, and a new PA system was installed over the summer. This summer at Central, we began what we hope will be a 2-year project of painting the interior of the building to match district colors. Due to the scope of work, we could not complete the entire building in one summer, but we're able to get the main core completed, and we hope to get the remaining hallways completed next summer. And we also had a new LED sign put in at Central as well. Moving on to Chipman, like North, Chipman also received roof replacement with new fascia and guttering. The contract for the HVAC renovations was finalized this past spring. The renovations include a new HVAC system in the gym, Chipman West, and a new chiller for the entire school building. That's the good news. The bad news is with the splash order is still continuing. They're saying it could be anywhere from 16 to 24 months to get equipment on site. Yeah. Also, Chipman, we demoed the old pole building that was located near the baseball field and constructed a new one near the greenhouse. And like South and East, a new PA system was installed over summer at Chipman. High school, we replaced 6 more of the Linux rooftop units that were originally installed in 1994. There was a total of 36 of these units, and to date, we have 14 that have been replaced. The hot water boiling system that was original to the building was also replaced this summer with a more efficient system. A new PA system is in the works for the high school as well, and we're hoping to maybe have this installed over Thanksgiving break. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to start working on a bid package for the high school roof. I'll call it partial roof replacement, but depending on funding, we are hoping to get a lot more done. Should know more about that probably around Christmas time. So this slide here shows a comparison of our roof conditions district-wide. The chart on the left is for 2019, and the chart on the right is current day. As you see there, we are in far better condition today and moving forward into the future. And after the heavy rains we had this past weekend, I can proudly say for the first time in the almost 20 years I've been here, we had no leaks at east, Chipman, and north. These three buildings are quickly approaching 100 years old, and I'm confident with the work we've done the last couple of years, will be around for a long time to come.
And the goal, if you can go back to that slide,
Yeah.
Carl, the goal is that 14% that exists
Yeah.
is hopefully by the end of this cycle, that 14% is gonna disappear.
Yes, that's actually at the high school, and that will be gone by next summer, hopefully. Definitely be gone, but hopefully not done by the summertime. So here's a look at the total investments district-wide. And again, these are just some of the larger projects, not to include what we do on like for day-to-day operations. This is the end of my report, but in closing, I would like to take a moment to recognize our maintenance and custodial staff. Before coming to Lake in 2005, I worked for another district of similar size, and they actually had their own plumber, electrician, carpenter. They had HVAC tech and their own handyman. And at Lake, we have 3 maintenance techs. They do all the above and more, including small engine repair, pump rebuilds. They do HVAC installation, electronic repairs, are pretty much anything we ask of them. And our custodial staff continues to do an outstanding job of our building and grounds. Even being short-staffed, most of the summer, they manage to get all the buildings in tip-top shape for the beginning of the school year. These men and women do many things behind the scenes to support staff and students and give them a safe, clean environment to work, learn, and play. So with that, in closing, I would like to give kudos to both maintenance and custodial staffs and with them, and I know to keep up the great work.
Very good.
Thank you, Carl. Questions, discussion for Mr. Starr? So just say hats off to you and your team, right? I mean, that last slide with the investment and all those projects, we're really talking about the last 12 months-ish.
12 to 18, yeah.
So I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, the initial bidding and all probably was 2 years ago, but it takes a while to get that part done. So then once it was bid out, it moved pretty fast.
So I think it's important, this really sums up the priority that the district has placed on these projects and you and your team's ability to actually execute it for the staff, the administration, the students. So I just really appreciate the time that you put this together, that it took to put this together for us, as well as the time that you guys spend every day out there doing. So
Thank you.
thank you very much. Anybody, Mr. Rapp?
So with the HVAC at Chipman, is it one component or is it multiple?
So the holdup on Chipman is the chiller for the entire building. That's the one that's almost 2 years out. We're hoping that the unit for the gym will be here before summer. So we can actually get that done in the summertime.
And is there something in that that's like a technological piece, like a semiconductor, or is it something?
Semiconductors, and circuit boards, stuff like that. Yeah.
Fantastic. And the Chipman, the gym portion, just for clarification, it's not just a replacement, but it is adding AC, is that
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Okay, because I know that's something the administration of the board has heard about for years.
Yes.
right?
Every
So-
fall and every spring.
Yep.
So hopefully we don't have 2 more hot falls and spring.
I'm really hoping we have that by summer. We'll know more as the year goes on.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul, very much. All right. For that great report, we are up to some action items, section 9, Mr. Rowley.
Section 9 personnel resignations. I make a motion to approve resolution 9.1 as written.
Second.
The motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 10 personnel retirements. I make a motion we approve resolutions 10.1 and 10.2 as written.
Second.
A motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 12 personnel transfers. I make a motion we approve resolution 12.1 and 12.2 as written.
Second.
A motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 14 personnel offers of employment. I make a motion we approve resolution 14.1 through 14.6 as written.
Have a motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 16, personnel leaves of absence. I make a motion we approve resolution 16.1 as written.
Second?
I have a motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Hearing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 19, personnel appointments. I make a motion we approve resolutions 19.1 through 19.9 as written.
Second?
A motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 20, memorandum of understanding. I make a motion we approve resolution 20.1 as written.
Second?
A motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? So if we could, maybe Mr. Mormon, if we could just get a brief overview of what this MOU is.
Sure. So in our most recent negotiations with LFBA, we made some adjustments to the Appendix B positions, which are extra pay, extra responsibility for a variety of things in the district, which include our athletic coaches and our academic positions for things that most people might recognize as grade level chairs, department chairs, and such. We had a couple positions in there that we had converted over to what we were referring to as a technology liaison position, who will serve as a primary point of contact for the technology department, along with the school, to help facilitate some very simple, low-level technology assistance with classroom teachers and students. And after converting some of those positions, recognizing that there was still a need for a audiovisual coordinator, especially at the high school, with the sense of all the production equipment and the skill level that it takes to operate that equipment. Recognizing that that job was inadvertently reclassified as a tech liaison. So we were able to make some adjustments in agreement with the LFEA that does not add any positions to the overall list, which will mean no impact, fiscal impact to the school district. We're just shifting some titles just to be a better reflection of what the needs are for these positions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mormon. Any questions or discussion on the topic for Mr. Mormon or anything? Okay, so we have a motion on the floor that's properly seconded. We'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
Section 21, other business. I make a motion we approve resolution 21.1 school choice as written.
Second?
The motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0.
And finally, section 22, other business field trips. I make a motion we approve resolution 22.1 as written.
Second?
A motion on the floor properly seconded. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Mr. Rao, Mrs. Starkey. We are up to section 25, board report or discussion. 25.1, go to the order. Opportunity for board members to address any topics not otherwise covered in the agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, floor is open. All right, so I'd just like to say again, thanks to everybody for what we're doing each and every day. This is a big week, and I really appreciate everything everyone's doing with homecoming coming up. I know homecoming is a high school event, but I know that it goes through all schools and all students getting that excitement and that hype. Appreciate everything that everyone's doing. I look forward to a safe parade, a good outcome of the game, and an outstanding dance event for I know at least 2 of my children Saturday night. We'll see. So, okay, anything else? Seeing nothing, I do not believe we have a need for executive session. Dr. Lucas or Travis, any board member? All right, with that, entertain a motion for adjournment. Motion on the floor properly second for adjournment. Any questions or discussion on that motion? Seeing none, move to a vote. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Board is adjourned. We'll see you all again in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Stay safe.